All right. So if you're tuning in today, you probably know that feeling, that deep frustration of trying to get a decent adult social life going. We're going to dive into that feeling today. The whole shopping for friendship thing.
Hmm.
You've downloaded Bumble BFF maybe, or you've optimistically signed up for like a book club or something, or maybe you've done the networking event shuffle, sweaty palms, forced smile, scanning the room, hoping to spot your people. You're trying to, well, acquire friends.
Yeah, acquire is the right word. Like it's a transaction.
Right. And we've sort of been conditioned, haven't we, to think success means finding that one magical person, that instant click.
The soulmate friend.
Exactly. And then you just, ride off into the sunset of best friendship forever. But the sources we looked at, they hammer home this pretty brutal truth. That reactive approach, that sort of one-off friend dating, it almost never sticks long term.
It's just, it's incredibly inefficient, isn't it? You're constantly hunting for this ready-made thing. So what we really want to unpack in this deep dive is a pretty radical mindset shift. It's about moving from being a friendship consumer, always looking for that finished social product, to becoming a friendship creator.
Yeah.
Someone who actually actively builds the environment where connection can, happen naturally.
Okay, a friendship creator. I like that. Let's break that down, starting with what trips us up most often. What's the big hurdle?
Well, I think it's the assumption hidden in that phrase we hear all the time, find your tribe.
Mm-hmm.
That phrase kind of implies your perfect group is already out there, fully formed, just waiting.
Like a product on a shelf you just need to find.
Exactly. Like there's this perfectly cut, friend-shaped hole in the universe, and you just need to slot yourself in. We expect that perfect fit.
That friend-shaped hole idea. Wow. That really highlights the pressure we put on that first meeting, doesn't it?
Totally.
If they don't fit the hole perfectly, boom, discard it, on to the next.
Precisely. But, think about the people you know with really strong, solid friend groups, people you admire.
Okay.
They hardly ever say, oh, I just found them randomly one day.
No, that's true.
They say things like, oh, we built this over years, or it grew out of this shared thing we did. I found this really insightful quote from a creative professional who'd moved cities.
Yeah.
She said, I spent months looking for the creative community I'd left behind. Finally realized I needed to create the creative community I wanted to be part of.
Okay. So that's the light bulb moment.
That is the pivot.
Yeah.
Right there. You stop asking the passive question, where are my people? And you start asking the active creator question. How can I start building the community I want to be part of?
That feels like a really big shift, though, emotionally. Like if I'm already feeling kind of lonely or just tired,
Yeah.
doesn't taking on the job of creator sound like a whole lot more work? What do the sources say about, the effort involved?
That's a really important question. And
Okay.
yeah, if it felt overwhelming, nobody would actually do it.
Right.
But this is where the research side of things lines up so neatly with the
Yeah.
practical advice. It's kind of fascinating. This whole approach is actually backed up by social science. You look at Dr. Robin Dunbar's work on social networks. Very relevant here.
Dunbar's number, that whole thing?
Yeah, exactly. His studies show that most stable adult friendships, the ones that last, they form through repeated, unplanned interactions, but in structured environments.
Okay. Unpack that. Repeated, unplanned interactions in structured environments.
Think about it like this. Our brains can only handle so much, right? Limited bandwidth. We only have that capacity for so many deep connections. So if you're a busy adult, just hoping for random encounters isn't reliable. Consistency is key.
So Dunbar's saying friendships click not because you planned one perfect coffee date,
Right.
but because you just keep bumping into the same people in a predictable setting, like work or a class or volunteering somewhere you show up regularly anyway.
Precisely. That structure provides the repetition you need to build familiarity, then trust. And it makes it low effort. It gets around the whole problem of constantly having to seek out brand new people, which is exhausting.
Okay, so that consistency piece changes the goal then. It's less about finding someone who's a perfect match on paper.
Yes, less about compatibility.
And more about what? Chemistry.
Exactly. More about building chemistry through shared experiences over time.
That's a really big difference because we spend so much energy looking for our clones, right? Same job, same hobbies, same Myers-Briggs type.
We think compatibility is the magic ingredient.
Yeah.
But what the sources suggest, and what the research backs up, is that great friendships are less about finding your twin and much more about creating these shared, sustained experiences together over time. That spark, that chemistry, gets generated in the doing, not because you both checked the same boxes beforehand.
Hmm. Okay, conceptually, I get it. But do we have a good story for this? Because honestly, part of me still wants the clone friend.
Yeah, we have the perfect example, actually.
Lay it on me.
Okay, so there's this software developer in one of the articles. She's hosting these little monthly gatherings, and she admitted she'd spent years trying to find other women who were just like her. Introverted, nerdy, plant-loving. She has this very specific checklist.
Okay, I can relate.
Right. But her closest friends, the people she actually ended up bonding with deeply through these gatherings, they turned out to be extroverted, sporty, and kill every plant they touch.
Oh, wow. Polar opposites.
Almost nothing in common on paper. But what cemented their friendship wasn't shared traits. It was the shared history they built. It was the experience of, quote, cooking terrible recipes and watching reality TV together regularly.
Whoa, okay, that's brilliant.
The connection grew out of the shared, sometimes messy, sometimes silly, consistent experience.
Yeah.
Not matching profiles.
That just blows up the whole shopping cart idea, doesn't it? You put in your specs, nerdy, plant lover, but you miss the actual messy chemistry that binds people.
Exactly.
Okay, so this sounds good. But now I'm back to feeling a bit intimidated because building shared experiences still sounds like, I don't know, becoming a cruise director. Like, I have to host huge parties. How small can this really be?
That's the key. The sources are really clear. Start tiny. Like super small.
Okay.
Tiny how?
Think minimum viable community. You're talking about inviting maybe 3, 4, 5 people max to start.
3 to 5. Okay, that feels manageable.
And committing to really simple, repeatable activities. Things that don't require massive planning or effort. Low organizational lift. Like what? Give me some concrete examples.
Okay, the examples are great because they're so doable. Like a standing weekly coffee walk. Every Saturday morning, same time, same place.
Simple.
Or a monthly potluck dinner. Everyone brings one dish, super low-key.
Yeah.
Maybe a weeknight board game session. You could rotate whose house it's at.
Oh, I like the skill sharing idea too,
Mm.
where people just teach each other random stuff.
Yes, like how to bake bread or basic coding or, yeah, changing a tire.
Something tangible you do together.
The focus is on the shared activity, not just staring at each other trying to make conversation.
Right. That takes the pressure off.
And it's that consistency, even with simple things, that allows for organic growth. You mentioned Pancake Sundays earlier.
Yeah, the Pancake Sundays example. Tell me about that again.
It started with just 4 people
Mm.
in a tiny kitchen, making pancakes. Utterly low stakes.
4 people. Okay.
2 years later, that simple, regular gathering had become this stable 20-person friend group, planning vacations together.
Wow. From pancakes to vacations.
It's the engine of regularity. That allows the community to kind of build its own steam.
Okay, so that leads right into this magic formula the sources talked about. Let's break that down.
Okay.
Step 1, pick something simple you actually enjoy.
Crucial. Don't pick hiking if you hate hiking.
Right. Step 2, set a regular schedule. Weekly, monthly, whatever works.
Consistency. Predictability.
But then step 3 is the kicker. Commit to hosting it at least 3 times before you even decide if it's working or not. Why 3? What's magic about 3?
It's all about getting past the initial awkwardness and friction.
Ah.
The first time you host something new, people are flaky. It might feel weird. Maybe only one person shows up.
Yeah, that's discouraging.
Totally.
Yeah.
The second time, maybe a few more people come. It feels a bit smoother.
Mm-hmm.
By the third time, people kind of know the drill. They know what to expect. They've started to trust that you, the organizer, are reliable.
Okay.
And then they can finally relax a bit, invest their time, their energy. That consistency builds the trust people need to actually commit.
And that trust is so vital because, like we said, adult schedules are just chaos.
Complete chaos.
Which loops back to why that structure piece is so important. If you just rely on vague, let's hang out sometime plans.
Nothing happens. Ever.
Right. But structured activities help people bond faster because there's a shared focus.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It takes the pressure off just making small talk. You have something else to focus on besides just socializing.
So structure doesn't have to mean being rigid or boring.
Not at all. It just means having a little framework to help things flow.
Yeah.
Like maybe you kick off every gathering with a quick 15-minute check-in round.
How does that work?
Everyone just answers the same simple question. What's one good thing that happened this week? Or what are you looking forward to? Something light. It forces a tiny bit of sharing, which builds connection faster.
I like that. What other kinds of structures work well?
Well, collaborative things are great, like cooking a meal together where everyone has a job.
Okay.
or those project nights we mentioned. Everyone brings their own thing, knitting, coding, writing, whatever, and just works quietly side by side in the same space.
Like parallel play for adults.
Exactly. It creates this really nice sense of shared presence without the intense pressure of constant conversation or eye contact.
Okay, so say I'm inspired. I want to start my own project night. Who do I invite first? Do I need to find strangers who share my exact hobby?
No, definitely not. The advice is super practical here. Start with your existing, maybe weaker ties. Acquaintances, maybe some coworkers you kind of like, neighbors, those people you met once at that party and exchanged numbers with, but never followed up.
The peripheral people.
Yeah. They're already sort of vetted, you have some connection, and crucially, they're accessible.
Yeah.
Less intimidating than starting totally from scratch.
Makes sense. And the invitation itself needs to be low pressure.
What did the sources say works best?
Yeah, low pressure is key. The best template is specific, but very light on commitment. You frame it as something you're starting for your benefit, not like you desperately need them to show up.
Okay, give me the wording.
Something like, hey, I'm starting a monthly board game night group because I really want to play more games. No pressure at all if it's not your thing. But we're doing the first one on specific date, time, place. Want to join?
Oh, that's good. No pressure if it's not your thing.
Yeah.
That takes the needy edge off.
Totally. It makes it feel like an opportunity they can take or leave, not a plea for friendship. Okay. But even with the perfect invitation, those big anxieties still pop up, don't they? The ones that stop you from hitting send. We got to tackle those.
Oh, yeah. They're universal. Let's hit them head on. First big one. I'm not a natural host.
The Martha Stewart complex?
Right. But the reality is, you don't need to be some amazing entertainer. You just need to be their reliable organizer.
Okay. Organizer, not host.
Keep it simple, especially first. Order pizza. Meet at a coffee shop instead of cleaning your house. Focus on being consistent, not being perfect.
Good advice. Okay, worry number 2. What if nobody comes? Or what if only like one person shows up? That feels mortifying.
It does. But that fear is fueled by, like, Instagram expectations, right?
Yeah.
Where every gathering has to look like a massive party.
Yeah.
The guidance here is so important. 2 people is a successful gathering. One-on-one connection, often much deeper than surface chat in a big group. Focus on the quality of connection, not the head count.
Quality over quantity. Got it. And the third big one, I just don't have time for this.
Ah, yes, the time crunch. This loops back to that minimum viable community idea because you're keeping it simple, repeatable, low stakes.
Yeah.
The actual organizational time is tiny.
Yeah.
Seriously, we're talking maybe 10, 15 minutes to send out texts or an email to confirm the date. It's not elaborate event planning.
Okay. Minimal effort, potentially huge return.
Exactly. The social payoff over time can be massive for a very small organizational investment.
So let's look more about those payoffs. Why should someone listening push through the awkwardness and actually do this? What are the surprising benefits of becoming the creator?
Well, the effects kind of ripple outwards in cool ways. First, you end up connecting with people you never would have picked based on a compatibility checklist.
Here's the sporty plant killers.
Exactly. The sources mention groups that had, like, retired teachers hanging out with new parents and grad students, people with nothing in common on paper, but they bonded beautifully within that consistent, structured activity. Your world just gets bigger, more interesting.
That's a huge plus. What else?
Second, you actually start becoming the person other people invite to things.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. You build this reputation kind of as someone who makes cool, reliable things happen. That's a big shift in social dynamics.
It is.
And maybe the biggest payoff, honestly. It's a huge anxiety reducer. You stop feeling so desperate or worried about finding friends because you're actively doing something. You feel productive, purposeful in your social life. You're building, not just reading and hoping.
And that reframes it entirely. It's like proactive mental wellness disguised as community building.
Pretty much.
Okay, so if someone's listening right now and thinking, all right, I want to try this, the sources had a kind of 30-day challenge structure, right?
Yeah, a really practical way to start.
Okay, walk us through it. How do you apply this creator mindset, like tomorrow?
Okay, so week 1, pick your simple thing, project night, coffee walk, whatever. Keep it low effort.
Got it.
Then invite just 3 or 4 people, acquaintances, maybe, and just invite them to try it once.
Just a one-off to test the waters?
Exactly. Test the waters, see how it feels. Then, assuming it wasn't a total disaster,
Yeah.
by week 4, you do 2 things. 1, set a firm, regular schedule. Monthly, maybe bi-weekly, put it on the calendar. 2, You explicitly invite people to commit to showing up for those first 3 sessions.
Asking for the 3-meeting commitment.
Yes, that commitment is what turns it from just another random event into something potentially stable, a reliable structure people can count on. That's the core difference between consuming friendship and creating it.
And this effort, it's not just about you getting friends. You mentioned a ripple effect.
Yeah, the community building ripple effect. It's really cool.
Tell me more.
Once you take that first step, once you create one reliable gathering point, the people who join often get inspired. They see it's possible. So maybe your potluck inspires someone else to finally start that hiking club they've been talking about.
Oh, nice.
Or your book club spins off a separate movie night group. You become a catalyst. You empower other people to become creators in their own ways, too.
Yeah, that's incredible. Okay, so wrapping this up. The core message we've distilled today is pretty clear. Stop endlessly searching for your perfect pre-made tribe.
Ditch the shopping cart.
And instead, start building the specific structured container where the kind of connections you want can actually grow naturally over time.
Exactly. And maybe here's a final thought to chew on.
Okay.
When you make that shift, when you decide to be the person who intentionally creates these little pockets of reliable connection, you're not just sorting out your own social life, which is great, obviously,
Right.
but you're actually improving the whole social environment around you. You're helping build the kind of community where everyone feels like there are accessible ways to connect, where loneliness maybe doesn't get such a strong foothold.
Wow.
So maybe the question to leave you with is, what kind of simple, steady, reliable little thing could you start right where you are right now? That's the real act of social creation.